Domestic Contradictions, the continuing story of a rare experiment in building socialism in one room. Or, TX4 to control, TX4 to control.
The demographic permutations and combinations of the inner urban lifestyle of the new poor, the middle class, have thrown up a typical room hold. Approximately 8 contradictory comrades are attempting to develop a progressive mode of living together, separately. Episode 6, Roomism and Revolution. The washing up has been done, and the children, with many false promises, finally bribed into going to bed. Grace, Dee, Nigel, and Conrad are sitting at the table waiting for Clive to return so that they can begin a room meeting. While they wait, Nigel entertains them by reading out items from the newspaper for their mutual and simultaneous enlightenment.
Hey, listen to this, everyone. They've blown up a whole string of those Yankee fast food joints right across the country. You know, the one down in Elizabeth Street, Yoni's Tasties, that's gone. And that one out on the highway and the one at Surrey Hills.
The lot?
Now, listen. Pieces of hamburger and French fries are scattered over many suburbs. Residents of the affected areas are warned not to allow their children to eat pieces of flying food and should immediately report the discovery to the nearest police station. Police have also warned that further outrages may occur and advise people to stay well clear of possible targets. I wonder who's behind that. Oh, hang on. Police are scouring the city for a group of Pacific Ocean terrorists believed to be accompanied by a 15-year-old girl with flaming red hair. You don't think that could be...
Cherry?
Oh, no, it couldn't be. She's up the coast.
Well, what about this meeting we're supposed to be having?
Yeah, look, I'm sick of waiting for Clive. Let's start.
Yeah, let's. We're better off without him anyway.
I'll give him a chance.
He's had his chance. We've got a quorum.
Yeah, right. Item number 1, the roster. I work my fingers to the bone to organise that roster, and what do I get? Bony fingers.
Why don't we roster the roster? We could take turns drawing it up, and then
It'd be nice if you meant that, Nigel.
Oh, I do.
Look, before we get into another endless discussion about the roster, I just want to say that I've had to pick up the kids 3 weeks running.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't be so possessive.
You're being very funny tonight, aren't you, Nigel?
Hilarious. And while we're at it...
Can we get a bit of order into this, please?
Look, just let me finish what I'm saying, will you, Conrad? I want to give notice that I'm going to build a wall down the middle of the room.
What?
Just put it on the agenda.
Oh, all right, but we've got important things to talk about.
Since when do you decide what's important?
Oh, come on.
Or is this no longer a self-managed room?
Listen, you two, we're supposed to be having a room meeting, not a room quarrel. Why do you always have to shout?
Because if you didn't shout, no one would listen to you, that's why.
Are we going to wait for Clive or not?
No.
All right, then. First item, the roster. The roster.
Uh-oh, Freudian slip.
Look, I've worked out a whole system. Here, look at this. Our own 5-year plan. Look, see this? Now, each of these coloured counters has one person's name on it. Hang on, I'll have to spread this out a bit more. Here. Get a bit of room here. Look, that'll have to go. Move the complete works of Lenin.
Put it on the honey jar.
Clive's bike, get that out of here.
Get that out of the way.
No, still not... Get this box of kittens off the table.
They're mine.
No, it's not enough room. We'll have to move the table right back against the wall. Here, come on.
Do we have to? Is it
Yep.
necessary?
Yep, we've got to spread the chart out on the floor.
Useless. I never...
Right, come on, try and spread it out.
Well, hold on.
Now, that'll do. Right. Now, I'll just pin this graph on the wall here so everyone can see it. See these pins with the different coloured cotton on them?
Yeah.
Well, if you take one of them, say the blue one, that's you, Grace.
Well, why am I the blue one?
And you pin one into the chart and the other end to this cardboard wheel with the jobs written on it. And every Saturday, you take your little counter from in here, from this little slot thing. You take it down here, and you relate it by radical intersection to the wall, the graph, and the wheel. You can see what it is that you have to do. And by the same process, what everybody else has to do.
Why is
And that
Grace
one-
the blue one?
I'll let him explain it, Dee. Go on.
Well, what's the point? Roster or no roster,
Oh,
the work
come
doesn't
on.
get done. There's no milk again.
Listen, Dee, look here. If you move the wheel around to this point, you can see that You, for instance, will have to buy the milk on the 30th of July, 1984, and then again on, let's see, August the 19th.
But there's no milk now.
Oh, fair go. It doesn't start till next Saturday.
Cherry! What?
I thought you were up the coast.
No, I got back a week ago. Look, I've got a few friends outside who need a place to stay for a while. Can they come in?
You mean you've been back for a week and you didn't let us know?
Hey, look, this is an important meeting, Sherry. You can't bring a horde of friends in.
No.
We got a whole lot of things that have got to be discussed among ourselves. And mind out, look, you'll step on the roster.
Look, it's an emergency.
Can't your friends come back later, Chair?
Look, you stay here, Cher. Grace and I need you. We're going to talk about the wall.
You don't understand. They're revolutionaries.
We're all revolutionaries here, I hope.
I mean real revolutionaries with guns.
Well, there's no need to be insulting.
The revolution begins in the room, Cherry.
With the dish mop.
And ends there.
Yeah.
Nigel's right. And please don't step on the roster. You've just knocked out Clive's pin.
Oh, forget about Clive's pin for a moment, will you? This is important. These people will only be here for 5 minutes. They just need somewhere to hide till a helicopter arrives.
Helicopter?
It's due to land on our roof in about 3 minutes.
Our roof?
Yes, and they can't stay outside on the bicycle or they'll be spotted.
Well, how many are there?
15.
What?
15? Oh, they won't stay long, just passing through. Look, would it be all right if they used our person hole to get onto the roof? Look, I've sort of told them it would.
But who are they?
You know those Yankee fast food places that have been getting blown up?
I knew you were mixed up in that. I said so, didn't I?
Yeah.
Probably. Go on, Sure. Tell us more.
Well, they're the ones who have been doing it.
But who are they?
The Hayman Island National Liberation Front.
I didn't even know there was a Hayman Island Liberation Front.
Well, neither did anyone. No one would believe them at first. They're fighting to stop the US base being built there.
What US base?
I thought your mob was more worried about the growth of Soviet imperialism than about the American bases.
Well, that's right. That's the correct future projection.
So isn't there an objective contradiction between your theory and your practice, comrade?
No, of course not. How could there be? Now that there's a national liberation struggle on Hayman Island, we must apply the two-stage theory of revolution and support the national liberation movement first.
Ah.
The twin struggles are not separate, comrade. Look, I'll talk to you about it later. There isn't time now. They're waiting outside and the helicopter's landing. Look, are we going to let them come through or aren't we? OK, everyone, it's a vote. All those in favour?
We don't have much
Yeah,
time.
I suppose we got it.
Oh, great. I'll go and get them. Have they got time for a cup of tea?
They're here already. Hey, mind out! Look out for the roster! Stop standing on the cotton!
Finding the crime.
Look out, you're spilling the buttons everywhere! Watch the roster!
Go up there.
So much for my roster.
Now can we talk about the wall?
And the kids.
And the garden. Clive.
Where have you been?
Oh, look, hang on just a minute. Now, just before you start on me, I've got a perfectly reasonable excuse. Christ! Look at that. What's been going on here? Been a bit of a party, has there? I've missed out on something, have I?
There was a party, Clive, and you'd have loved it. But there was a very important room meeting. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. So what did you decide then, Con? I mean, what am I in for, mate?
Oh, well, we put you down for getting the kids up and off to school in the morning. OK, Clive?
Oh, sure, dear, yeah, anything you say. By the way, anyone seen my bike? I left it on the table
It's
here.
on the bike rack.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it.
Will Clive be so cool in the morning? Does the room really have a flat roof? Will Dee persevere with the idea of building a wall down the center of the room? Be sure not to miss the next exhausting episode of Domestic Contradictions.